Should the government pay for healthcare? Alright, this is an interesting and very hot topic, mainly because all of these are number one, hot topics, usually, and number two, we really start covering these a lot more often. Should the government pay for healthcare though? Thank God for me, there's almost no blue and almost no red. The title does not count. Now, in most countries, like Britain, in fact, I think it's most of Europe, China, most Asian countries, or I think Canada too, they go ahead and let the government pay for healthcare. Probably other countries I'm leaving out, but there's not enough time to list all of them manually. But in the end, though, there's one little exception and one little bit of a anomaly inside this government paying for healthcare countries list. USA is not inside the list. It has the number one GDP. Then again, the people who created GDP were Americans, and it has no universal government healthcare system. Although it does have this thing called the insurance system, that's pretty much not the same as a government healthcare system. Like that, the government goes ahead and guarantees that you get healthcare. Sure, Obamacare tried to go ahead and loosen this up, but you still have to pay money. It's still basically insurance, just a little more expensive. But in the end, we should go ahead and debate about this for a little bit. As a result, here it goes. Now, our first point of the pros team, oh god, blue. Our first point of the pros team is that Americans, yes, most of the times we're going to be talking about Americans because I want to go to America. Americans pay too much money for healthcare. When they go ahead and pay too much money for healthcare, well, what's the remaining money too? This is not just like hundreds of dollars. There's like thousands of dollars per year. And that's a pretty big hefty toll on your paycheck, especially if you can't afford that. Americans already pay too much money for their healthcare systems. As a result, well, yes, a government should be paying for all these healthcare systems themselves. Because, well, they're the ones providing it, and it's their citizens they're providing it to. They shouldn't charge their own citizens to pay for their healthcare, or else, well, if everyone refuses, then everyone dies. Yikes. Now, if the government paid for all the healthcare, it would, well, increase one thing that all Americans hate the most: taxes. And when taxes go up, well, your hate goes up. Get it? And now for the second point of the pros team, so healthcare, that is a human right. And the government's job is to protect the rights of the citizens. As long as the rights of the citizens are protected, well, you can rest assured that your healthcare is safe. But unless you're in America, where that has been constantly been barraged and constantly being questioned, well, you can go ahead and think that this is probably not the government. You're probably thinking that the government doesn't think this is its job, even though it is its job. And now for the second point of the cons team is that more people would use healthcare services, and wait times for the service will literally go up. As soon as it starts going up, you would be all like, uh-oh, this is starting to go up, and people will wait longer. And some of those people cannot wait. But then again, there is a limited amount of beds in hospitals. And now it's time for the third point of the pros team. Now, healthcare is a human right, and the government's job is to protect the rights of all of its citizens. And that is literally its job. Healthcare, it's a human right, and the government's job, it is to protect all those rights of its citizens. And as soon as that job is upheld, well, then you can rest assured that this will be protected, and this will always happen, no matter what. Should the government pay for healthcare, though? Well, healthcare, it is a human right, so I will have to say yes. And now for the third point of the cons team is that too much government control takes away people's freedom. And as soon as government control is, well, taking away people's freedom, you know that no one really wants that, especially not the citizens of the country. The fourth and final pros point is that the healthcare is already a universal in most of the world, so it should be universal everywhere else. And time for the fourth point of the cons team is that people who are healthy will be paying for the bills of people who don't need it. Yeah, that's a pretty good point, because all that stuff is coming from taxes. I really hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Should the government pay for healthcare? For me, this is a question already answered. My country of origin already gives guaranteed healthcare. But I am not a resident of that country right now, so questionable if I will get paid healthcare here. I hope to see you guys soon, and until next time, Shohana, peace. Bye bye.